Hello, my friends. Welcome back to my math channel. We're looking at Module 4, Lesson 14. And on this lesson, we're multiplying unit fractions by non-unit fractions. So what are they talking about? A unit fraction is a fraction that has a 1 on the numerator. And a non-unit fraction is a number that has a 3 on the numerator, or any other number except 1. Okay, let's look at this problem. It says Jan had 3/4 of a pan of crispy rice treats. She sent 1/3 of the treats to school. What fractions of the whole pan did she send to school? Okay, let's start doing a mathematical wisdom here. So she had 3/5 and she sent 1/3. So we can write 1/3 of 3/5 were sent to school. Okay, that's easy. So our first step when we have a fraction of a fraction, and we want to find out how much they send to, like in this case, to school, we're going to multiply 1/3 times 3/5. Okay, so let's do that. So it's going to be, when you multiply fractions, you multiply across. 1 times 3 equals 3, and 3 times 5 equals 15. So that's how much he's going to send home. Now, before I move on, I want you to know that these two numbers can be divided by 3. Because the 3 divided by 3 equals 1, and the 15 divided by 3 equals 5. So she sent to school 1/5. Okay, now that's step number 1. Now we have to make sure this is correct. So we're going to we're going to prove it with a tape diagram. It's most like a fraction diagram. Let me see. A little less. There you go. Exactly there. Okay. Now let's look at, let's call this step 2. Proof with the step diagram. Prove with a fraction model. This is called the fraction model. It's like a tape diagram as well, but because we're fractions, we're going to call it the fraction model. Okay. Now let's do that. So we have, originally there were 3/5 of it. So we're gonna write, the fraction says that we had 5 parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And we have 3/5 of it. 3/5. Okay. And so we have to show the 3/5. We have to highlight it. This is important to highlight the 3/5. Okay, and there they are. Those are the 3/5. Now we're going to, let me show you, my calligraphy pen is better. So 1/3 was taken out of that. So now this decimal number again help us to say it was divided by 3. So now, and it says that we have, okay, 1/3. So what is 1/3? Well, 1/3 is this right here. This will be 1/3. And remember, we also have to highlight it, so to show that it is 1/3. We have to show both of the fractions. And where you see that these two fractions overshadow, that's the answer. So the answer is right here. That's where they overlap. And it says that the answer is 3/15. Is that true if we look at our algorithm? Yes, the answer is 3/15, right? But remember, we also simplified it to the lowest terms. So our answer is correct. We know now that the answer for 1/3 times 3/5 equals 1/5. And that's how you do these kinds of problems when you multiply unit fractions by non-unit fractions, my friends. Watch the video again if you need to. Remember that all the power is in you, and your learning is up to you. Signing out, your coach.